All right, Shalom. Call all you how about Shalom Shah. Shalom to the left. This video I want to speak on the topic about the chariots of the Lord, or what NASA call UFOs or UAPs or other terminologies that they like to use. In this video, they break down a little bit of stuff. Then this is one video. He had a guy who was getting interviewed, which I ain't gonna pull it up. You can do your homework and go search it. I actually made a lesson on it a while ago, and he was speaking about how they seen these crafts out there near Saturn, and the beings that was getting off was black. And that Edomite woman, she ain't want to believe that shit, but hey man, the angels are dark, melanated, angelic beings, man. And it's hard to fathom because so long in society, our people have been brainwashed and taught that we wasn't this and that we wasn't that, and we come from monkeys, or we 3/5 of man, and just a bunch of bullshit when we the original man. The Most High made us a certain way. He made us a peculiar people, separate from all nations. Just how people, what happened was, we were separate from all these nations. They started wanting to do what the other nations was doing and get into their customs. But see, the nations learned that our power was dealing with us, and once we go off, then they can get the upper hand. But long as we don't go off, they can't get the upper hand, man. And see, now you got people waking up and turning back to their true heritage and carrying themselves a certain way, man. And these heathens can't get the upper hand, man. It all starts in the spiritual realm. As the scriptures say, that thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So let me let this video play. I'm gonna put some precepts. And this is a long video, so I'm gonna get to the main parts of it. I ain't gonna let the whole video play with you. We can go back and check this video. Now, you had the people in the comments. These people, they paid shills. A lot of them be paid off. Some of them just be ignorant bug outs. But it says literally nothing in this video discusses a 2,000 mile long UFO with footage. Or did I miss something? It spoke on it. Now, you know, Esau, they're not gonna show you the actual how the ships look. Matter of fact, you know what? If I can, I'm gonna try to pull the video up. Let me see. Let this play a little bit more. Esau has footage, man. Now they're gonna release the watered down shit. They're not gonna give you the full spectrum of it, because if they can see planets and the coloration way out by Pluto and beyond, you think they can't see what's right by Saturn, man? You can look up in the sky with your naked eye and see Saturn, Mars, Venus, Mercury, all that, if you got good eyesight and the sky is clear and there's not too much light pollution. See, Esau play these little games, man. Let me see if I can go to a certain part on here. A lot of this stuff is old, but they got more modern and new stuff. And I just happened to grab this because I grabbed this video and queued it up for later so I can speak on it and make another lesson. Ooh, look at that. Look at this comment right here. It says, and those aren't aliens. Those are our space brothers and sisters. Now, let me see. Let me go to this precept real quick. I'm glad that popped up right there. It's in the Book of Kings. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. I gotta find that one scripture when he came across the angel. Let me see. Okay, here go right here. This is what I was looking for. It's the book of Joshua. Salaki, I thought it was in the book of Kings. Book of Joshua, matter of fact, let me read on up. The angels come visit you, man. And some people may know, they discerning, some may not. Or they might realize that they don't. Like, hey, that had to be an angel. For some have entertained angels unawares. A lot of people don't know that. Roughly paraphrase, that's a scripture. All right, it's the book of Joshua, chapter 5. In verse 13, it says, And it came to pass, when Joshua was by Jericho, he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, Art thou for us or for our adversaries? Think about that, man. These angels used to just come for us, man. Primarily the elect. You had the elect amongst Israel back then, too. Those who were deemed to be worthy to be delivered and so on and so on. When these angels come back on the scale, they're coming back with Yahweh Shai, they're going to be Esau adversaries, man. And Esau know that. That's why, let me get this other video before I read on some more. Where's that? That's why you got this right here. The Space Force. That's what they got that for. They don't got that for no other stuff down here. Now, I ain't gonna play these videos. Cause I know Esau got copyrights, and especially on CBS shit and all that. But they got copyright stuff on a lot of these videos. Business Insider is one of them. But I'm just scanning so you can see. This is what they really got the Space Force for. They claim it's for something else. But this is what it's for right here. Let me read on. It says, Art thou for us or for our adversaries? And he said, Nay, but as captain of the hosts of the Lord am I now come. Now, through the Spirit, that could have been Michael. I may be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. But it could have been the Archangel Michael. He said he's the captain of the hosts of the Lord, because you got hierarchies in the angels as well. It says, And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship and said unto him, What saith my Lord unto his servant? And the captain of Yahweh's host said unto Joshua, Loose thy shoe from thy foot, for the place whereon thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so. I guarantee when he looked at him, he knew he was there. He could have killed him at any moment, but he wasn't there for that. He was there for another reason. Now, I ain't gonna read this whole chapter, but the book of Joshua, chapter 6, the conquest of Jericho, heavy chapter 2. But primarily when the angels popped up, man, they was here for one or two things. Or three, I should say. Deliver a message, protect and deliver, or exterminate a mass amount of people, man. And like when you see them big deaths going on and all that stuff, it's been written throughout history. People get wiped out in mass. That be them death angels, man. Then you got the other angels, they coming to make sure stuff be in order, people saved, people numbered. It's a whole list of stuff, man. I ain't gonna go through the whole list. But let me get this other precept. Or this other video so I can. Now, on one of these videos, on one of these clips, okay, this is the picture I was looking for right here. I ain't gonna play the actual interview. Like I said, you Aqua to come across this video, you can go play the video and see for yourself. And it started at the 53-minute mark. They actually took it down, they put it back up. Now look at Saturn's rings and look at that ship, man. This is what they was talking about in this video right here, where the dudes say, oh, they ain't show the footage, but they mention it. Like, no, they ain't gonna show all the footage. You know how many times they took this video down? I was surprised it's still up. And the cylindrical objects taken by the Hubble and the rings of Saturn. And they got clearer images in this. This is just what they're gonna leak out to the public. They're not gonna leak out full-fledged images, because then people gonna bug out, especially if they see them dark-skinned beings on there. Now, let me get this preset real quick. Going to how these ships look. Book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 2. Oh, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And he was talking about was an angel. And says, and I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits, man. That's a nice size right there. Read on some more. It said, then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it. Everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. And he saw two main things they like to do is steal, and when you go to court, they want you to swear in. They always talking about somebody getting sworn in on the position, on a political stage or law enforcement stage. They get sworn in. And that's Esau, man. That's how you know who's who. Now let me read on some more. Verse 4 says, I will bring it forth, saith I, out of wine of hosts, and it shall enter the house of the thief, into the house of him that swear falsely by my name. Because they always talking about God bless America. This is a God-fearing nation. No, this nation is completely against what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua left for us to live in harmony and balance and have proper justice. That's why shit's so out of order. I was just talking to this Edomite about that yesterday. Even this Edomite know it. And he was mentioning like a lot of people don't know what's going on. That's because they've been blinded. They've been bamboozled. Esau done pulled the wool over their eyes and got them in a dazed state. And ultimately it boiled down, I won't even say just Esau. Esau was part of the problem. But the Most High don't put the spirit on them to be sleep, man. As it is written. Now, read on some more. And it says, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Now, these ships, they go to and fro. You got some that's parked right up in space, man. Esau might try to go up there and fuck with them. Some of them missile launchers through the spirit, they don't them tests, don't be tests. They be trying to send it up there and see if they can hit one of them craft, and it don't work because they might be in one spot and teleport to the opposite side of the planet or right behind their space station. They got footage on this, man. And read on some more. It said, then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thine eyes and see what is it that goeth forth. And I said, what is it? And he said, this is the epath that go forth. He said, moreover, this is the resemblance through all the earth. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. This is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the epath. He said, this is wickedness. And he said, cast it into the midst of the epath. And he casted the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, behold, there came out two women. The wind was in their wings, for they had wings, like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the epath between the earth and heaven. Then said I to the angel that talked with me, whether do these bear the epath? And he said unto me, to build it in the house of the land of Shinar, and it should be established and set there upon her own base. Now, we go more. That's another topic. I ain't gonna go all the way into that. Now, this is what I want to go into, verse 6. Book of Zechariah chapter 6 and verse 1, it says, and I looked, and I turned and lifted up my eyes, and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. Now, if you personally seen these ships, or if you see videos and they make the ships, they normally look like brass, man. They look like brass, copper, gold, metallic. The lights either be green or white, blue, some be red, sometimes they be multicolored. It's all type of colors, man. And keep in mind, the angels are speaking. So Esau got this space force to fight what's out there, and they know what's out there. Let me see what the precept I want to get. Book of Revelation chapter 12 and 9, it says, and a great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth. His angels were cast out with him. And let me go on some more. It says, Revelation chapter 12, verse 7, it says, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Now, people see this, they thinking that Satan was up there in the Shemayim up there in heaven fighting with Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. No, that's not what it's talking about. It's talking about that war in heaven, that space force. Now, what's going to actually happen when Michael come back with Yahweh Shai and the heavenly host? The space force, they're going to turn and fight. Which, let me see. Look at that real quick. All right, let's book of 2nd Ezra. I made this off of this. Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 13. It says, in verse 3, I should say, it says, "And I beheld, and lo, that man was strong with the thousands of heaven." That man is talking about Yahushua. It says, "And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen on him." You best believe the so-called mighty men in the military and them Edomites and them heathens, they're going to bug out because they're going to look up. This whole time, they've been programmed to believe that it's aliens and reptilians and all that bullshit, grays out there with big-ass heads and shit. They're going to look up, they're going to see dark angelic beings, big and mighty, and decked out too. Best believe they're going to come decked out. You know, Yahushua going to come back in style. Verse 4 says, "Whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt. I heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue that man, came out of sea," which is talking about what? Primarily the Space Force. It's the Space Force, they got U.S. branch with these other nations, they don't build their shit up too. Verse 5 it says, "And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of heaven to subdue that man that came out of the sea." The sea talking about space. It says, "Behold, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it." Talking about that ship. "But I would have seen the region or place where the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. Only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. Out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of a number of multitude nothing was to be perceived, only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid." A lot of people going to bug out because the whole earth not going to, people are like, "Oh, that's the end of the world." No, the whole earth not going to perish. The earth will abide forever, like it's mentioned in the scriptures. One generation passeth away, another one cometh, like it mentions in the scriptures. So now a lot of people get wiped out. And then the ones that remain, primarily going to be the elect. You're going to have the heathens, the Edomites primarily too, to build up the kingdom, man. Because they got to build it up, man. They got to pay back for what they did. And some of the primary ones that's going to pay back is, let me see. Matter of fact, I wasn't going to get that precept. I'm going to get one more. The ones back then or back now? That's what this scripture right here is talking about. Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and 7, it says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him." They're going to see him, man. And they're going to see the angels. Ain't going to be no denying that's Yahushua. Esau could try to pull off some psyop or some little scam like they try to do. Project Bluebeam or some shit like that. But you're going to know when Yahushua come back, because in the midst of this, the war going to be going on, and they're going to be getting ready to launch them nukes. And more than likely, they're going to be already done launched them. And all hell going to be breaking loose. People going to be bugging out too. It's going to be so much going on at one time. And the nukes only take 30 minutes to reach from one side of the earth to the other side. So that's 30 minutes for all type of madness to go on. A lot of stuff can happen in 30 minutes. A lot of stuff happen in 3 minutes. So just imagine what's going to happen in that hour. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so of mine." Hey, man, we close, man. You got this another so-called government shutdown on the horizon. They keep talking about the currencies and the cryptos, and now they want to try to push the charagma even more. We close, man. Doing the next steps, man. Charagma, the badge of servitude, for another phrase of it. Jacob's trouble. That's going to escalate once people ain't getting certain necessities they normally get, which we already seeing a glimpse of that now. Look at all these different places: Philly, California, New York, Arizona, Florida. You're already seeing that now. Viruses breaking out. All type of stuff, man. Earthquakes in diverse places. People dying by the thousands. Tremendous storms. Storms bigger than they normally be. And they going in directions where they never used to really go. These nations keep talking about nukes in the war, third war. Once that kick off, man, we right there. We right at the door, man. So I just want to bring this out. Oh, before I end this off, you had Elon Musk bringing out every civilization or society, so to speak, on the last 250 years, man. When you go online and you search up how long America been established since the Esau's took control of this land, one source says 237 years. Oh, no. One source, I think it says 237? It was 237. So like, don't quote me on it. Go look it up. But I know. And then the other one says 247, which means this place supposedly ain't got number 3 more years. And through the spirit, they don't even got another year. I could be wrong. But I don't want to write this out, man. This place, no matter how much you get, I always say this, through the spirit, no matter how much you get or gain, even when you read the book of Ecclesiastes, it's vanity, man. Because you already know you're getting your goods and your resources to lead to somebody else. You can't even take care of your family like you want to. You can't even raise them up how you want to because this society's so bugged out and wicked. Something not in order, man. That's why the scriptures say that, man. All this is vanity. So I don't want to rock this out of the Most High, bring this place down soon, so we ain't got to deal with all of this vanity and stuff that's vain, and we'll be able to live in righteousness and a proper balance. And Esau get the proper justice that they supposed to get, because they ain't paid yet, but they going to get it though. So call all Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Shalom to the elect.